Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So we're here with another map guide, and it's Orbital's turn today. So in this video I'll be giving you all the tips and tricks that I know about Orbital, some hidden locations, the spawn locations for enemies, and basically everything you need to know to play a solid conquest match or even breakthrough. It really applies to all game modes. And hopefully I can add a thing or two to your map knowledge on Orbital. If you think this video was helpful, if you think your map knowledge is just better after watching this, do make sure to hit the like button and also be sure to subscribe to the channel because more videos like this are coming your way soon. Actually, we've done the same video for almost all the maps in 2042, and there's a playlist for it. The link to that playlist is down in the description. You can go ahead and check it out as well. And the few remaining maps will be coming your way in the upcoming days. So just stay around and enjoy those videos as well. So let me just start with A2. If I want to give you a quick examination of how this map works, C sector has little to no engagement and chaos in it. Like activity in C1 and C2 is like limited most of the times. What really matters in this map is B sector and A sector. So we're now in A2. A2 actually matters less than A1, and I'll be telling you why in just a few seconds. But first of all, the site itself has literally no tips for you. All I can tell you is that try to be moving in this site 24/7. Like don't stop for anything, because if you do, then your location is probably going to be revealed pretty soon, because well, from every single direction that you look, people will spawn to get you. And there's also this catwalk right on top of you, which actually makes things complicated, and I'll tell you why. The reason for that simply is because people can also contest the site from there as well. Let me just show you how things are. So this catwalk right here, as you can see, you can contest the site from here as well, and you can basically see what's going on down here so easily. So if people are on top of that catwalk and you're just simply camping here like this, they will find you sooner or later, so that's something you should avoid. And if you're just jumping down from A1 and you want to contest A2, most of the times what you should do is do exactly the same. Land here on this platform, this catwalk right here, and start scanning the site from up there, because that height advantage is really going to help you like achieve a lot in A2. Now to get yourself from A2 to A1, you have quite some ways. We've got two elevators here. On the other hand, we've got two elevators here, and then if you jump down, there's a zip line here, and also a zip line here. There are two zip lines outside that are not really related to A2, so we're not just going to talk about those zip lines. Now I'm taking the elevator to get to A1, and A1 is really a bit more complicated, just a lot more important when it comes to A sector. So when you first get into the site, there are some things you should know. First of all, there will be snipers here most of the times. Like on this ledge, there will be definitely snipers here most of the times. Snipers might as well camp here, around here, or on the other side of the building, they might as well camp around here. So do make sure to check those places out first, see if there is someone. And there's this small gap right here that most of the times people put their radio beacons here, so you're not going to find them easily. In my opinion, if you ever happen to get into this site, just take a quick look here to see if someone's there, a radio beacon's there, or things like that. Make your job easier for you and for your team as well. So most of the times when I get to A2, I really play here, or sometimes on the other side around there. So if you play here, what you should take care of is those stairs. The reason for that is people will spawn down there. The only thing they have to do is like come up from those stairs. What you're going to do is that you're going to hold these stairs however you like it. You can just go prone here, which is something I don't recommend. You can do something like this, or you can just play it safe and hold it like this. Same thing goes for the other side. If you ever wanted to play on the other side of the building, this is exactly what you do. You're going to hold these stairs, so if people come up, they're going to be an easy target for you. Now, those who come to defend the side might as well get up from these stairs, but that's not something that happens all the time. Most of the times, they just come up from this stairway or the other one on the other side of the building. So those are the priorities that you should be holding for people who spawn at you. Let me show you some other locations as well. So this is somewhere you can get up to and just hold these stairs, or maybe even these stairs at the same time. This is something you can do, but I don't really recommend doing it because you can't contest the sites like this, like from here. You just can't do that. If the site is contest and you're just camping here, you're literally just wasting your own time. But that's something you can do, and I just wanted to show you that it is something possible. Now there's something identical here You can also do this as well. There's some smoke here that will cover you just a bit, and you can hold these stairs from here as well. So you can do something similar on the other side. Let me just show you. Here it is. You can be either here or on top of this one. It's a bit tricky. Yeah, right here. So these are the places that you can camp. I don't really recommend it. I recommend you play inside and try to capture the site as fast as possible. But those places are also like playable. You can play there, but it's most of the times a waste of time. So just a small tip about A sector. If you're literally just contesting A2 and you know that A1 is controlled by the enemy, have no doubt that A2 means nothing to you. So it really means nothing. That's not convenient to do something like that. A1 is most of the times just a fast corridor to A2, and I'll show you why. Look at this. How much did it take for me to get to A2? Less than 3 seconds. And that's how people can jump down and simply just land on this platform and kill you. You or whoever's here trying to capture this site. Okay, so this is very important to keep in mind that every single time that you want to capture A2, make sure that you have A1 first, and no one can come down for you and then start capturing A2. That will make your life very easier. Now moving on to B1. In B sector, generally in B1 and B2, height advantage really matters. And I'll tell you why in just a few seconds. So this rooftop right here in B1 actually is the most important place in this site. And the reason for that is, first of all, there's only one way up here, and it's by this ladder. There's another way, but you should literally just jump from A1 and land here with your parachute. So the only way up here is this ladder, which is really easy to hold for like anyone playing up here. And you literally see everything around the map. That's simple as that. Everything around the map is under your control. So if you can actually play here, I recommend you doing that because it's really a strong place to play it. Now there's also this small building right here. It really acts like a stronghold if you know how to play it. First of all, you're going to close these doors, and through these windows you have like a hit glitch line of sight, which is really easy to hit people from here. And it's going to be really hard for people to hit you from here because, well, you're literally just head glitched. And everything around you is bulletproof. So bulletproof, anti-explosive, everything. So this is another good place you can play in. But like it or not, if you're outnumbered here, it's going to be really hard for you to survive. It's going to be really hard for you to even run away because you're literally just locked in here. But as long as you have like team support, this place is going to be a castle for you to play it. Now taking a look at the inside of the building, first of all, there's a small cover right here, this one. This is, by the way, indestructible. You can destroy these, but this one is indestructible, and playing behind here is really going to be a pain in the butt for the enemy team. Literally anyone coming from here just sees a weapon and like a small hit behind this cover, and you're probably going to hit anyone coming to you. So that's something to consider. There's also one small tip for you here. If you get on top of this submarine, or maybe it's a space shuttle. Yeah, it's a space shuttle actually. If you get on top of this slowly, you can see whoever's in this small building with that head glitch, and they won't be expecting you to be on top of this rocket and aiming at their head straight like this. It's going to be really easy for you to kill them and really hard for them to hit you, believe it or not. You can always do that as well. Now, if I want to tell you where people spawn, well, most of the times people spawn behind this hill, like around here, literally in the plain sight, around here, all the way between these trees even, and finally back here between A2 and B1, somewhere like here or behind these containers generally. So almost everywhere you look, you're going to see a spawn location for the enemy team, but truth be told, 8 out of 10 times people will be spawned just around here, this side of the map. So what I'm going to recommend you do is just somehow hold this sector of the map. Doesn't matter if you're up there, doesn't matter if you're down here behind this cover. That's something you can do, and that's something I recommend you to do because it's going to really help you to hold people off that are coming to you, because most of the times they're just coming from that way. Now, if you want to go from B1 to B2, there are 2 ways to do that. So first of all, you can just go ahead and simply choose the on-the-ground version that you have straight up to B2. There's also a better way here, which is a tunnel 23, as they want to call it. If you get down here, you're going to be safe from almost any danger you can think of. Just take a look. It's really simple. Here you are at B2. Now, why is it important to use this small tunnel, really? The simple reason for that is if you tend to just come up here, that tower, that tower, that tower, the A1 building in and out itself is going to be a danger for you. There will be tanks, there will be helicopters, there will be constant threat from every single direction. This is just a tunnel and it's really safe. So Unless it's absolutely necessary, do not get yourself to the plain sight from B1 to B2 and just use the tunnel, and it's going to be really better for you. So in B2, we have the same thing about the height advantage. It really matters here. You can only get on top of this building using this ladder, similar to B1. So this is another place that you can really easily hold, and it really gives you eyes on all the map. Just to be clear, let me just give you the spawn locations. So behind those containers, behind this building, literally just behind these fuel tanks, sometimes even there behind those trees, and sometimes here, just right there behind those blockades and behind those stones. Most of the times people spawn from there, and it rarely happens, but sometimes I've seen people getting spawned from around there. But that's not something to bother yourself with. Most of the time it's going to be either here, this side of the map, or simply just this side of the map. Those are the places that you should be holding. Now let's take a look inside the building, because it really matters inside of here. So this place is literally just a maze. Okay, lots of containers, lots of covers. If I want to give you a small tip for this that will make your life easier, the tip is going to be don't really camp it out in this building. Just don't. I'm pretty sure you've seen people playing like this, like camping here, and finding them, killing them is going to be really easy. Even people who camp here, they're going to be really easy to hit. So what you're going to do is you're going to be different, and you're going to play differently to literally just get better results. So don't really try to camp it out here. Try to be on the move all the time. And if you think that there are people coming at you from these doors, in my opinion, the best place to be is around here, because this cover is solid. There's nothing better you can do. So get behind this cover, do what you have to do, kill those coming at you, and just start moving again. Now, if you want to get out of this building, or even if you want to get into this building in a really surprising way, this is what you're going to do. You're going to get on top of this container and just jump down from this window. That's it. And believe me, everyone here is going to be surprised, and you can do this from this side as well. If you want to get into the building, this is what you're going to do. Imagine how surprised people will be seeing you doing something like this. And you can also just stand here, just on top of the window, to see what's going on in the site. Have a little height advantage here as well. This is also something you can do. And I believe that's a very good tip for people who are just starting to play 2042, and even for those experienced players. There's always something you don't know, and there's always something to be learned. So that's about B sector. Now let's take a look at C sector, which is less crowded. There's less activity here, but nevertheless, it's another sector with two sites. These sites matter as well. So let's take a look at them. Starting off with C1, in my opinion, C1 is a very simple site. Generally speaking, C sector is simple. You just need to know the spawn locations and act accordingly. That's all you need to do. As you can see, C1 is even a small site as well, and it's going to be really easy to capture. The only thing you should know is the spawn location. So first of all, people most of the times will spawn from around here in plain sight. Literally, you're going to see them spawn, and most of the times they're going to be around the tower, like around here. But I've seen people being spawned around here as well. So this whole place is somewhere you should be taking care of. Also, there might be people on the road as well. Like, people might as well be spawned around here. They're going to come at you most of the times from just around here. So this small place is going to be somewhere you need to take care of. And the worst spawn is going to be for people who spawn around here. They're going to be really a pain in the butt for people who are trying to contest C1, because look at this. Literally head glitch, height advantage is acquired. It's going to be really hard for you to hit them from C1. That's going to be really hard. So these are the places that people might actually spawn to come and get you, and you need to be aware of that. Now for C1, what I recommend you to do is just don't try to be like places like this. Don't really do this, because you're going to be an easy target for almost anyone spawning to kill you. Okay, instead what you're going to do is you're going to be on the move, either on the move or at least try to stay somewhere safe, at least. For example, like this one. This is a safe place you can stay, but generally speaking, you shouldn't be staying in one place for too long. Also, this one is a safe place if you want to like take people by surprise who are spawning from under the tower for you. But again, C sector is not the place of activity. Most of the times you're going to come here, capture the site, and just move on. So don't try to linger around here for too long. Capture it and move on. And now let's take a look at the final site that we have here, C2. Now before we get into the site, because there's really not much to talk about inside, let me tell you the locations that people might actually spawn to kill you. Around here is definitely a spawn location all the way to even down here. So people will come at you from those stairs. I've seen that happen a lot of times. On the other side, people might actually spawn from here all the way from down there to behind these containers, so around here, and sometimes even people get spawned around there. So everywhere you look, again, is another spawn location for the enemy team. So that is what you should be aware of. Now people can come up here from this ladder, and these stairs right here. So if you're inside and trying to capture it, the only thing you're going to do is, first of all, try to not stay in one place. If you take a look closely here, the formation of the site and the layout looks exactly like A2. So whatever tip that I gave you about A2 is actually solid for C2 as well. Don't try to stop here for too long. People will easily kill you from that tower right there, and this tower. So don't really try to do that. What I would do instead is I'm going to be around here looking at these spawn locations. If there's no one here, I'm going to switch sites, take a look here. There will be definitely people around here if the enemy team actually cares about capturing this site, and that's actually how you should play in this site. Don't try to stop in one place. Always be on the move and look out for those spawn locations, and that's going to be all. Now, I find to give you some general tips here based on my own experience. Playing LMGs here will pay off because the map is wide open. We've got just open terrain, and it's going to really pack a punch if you have an LMG on a bipod. 200 rounds, suppressive fire. That's really going to work. Other than LMGs, even playing assault rifles and SMGs is going to work perfectly here. But again, LMGs just feel different for this map. So I definitely encourage you to go ahead and try that out as well. And that's about it, guys. Hope this video was helpful and hope you enjoyed. Again, if so, do make sure to hit the like button and also leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about the video. Let me know if there are tips that I'm missing so I can learn a few things from you guys too. And thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, stay cool.